Should we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time's a ticking, and
yes, it is.
I want to have some of that.
I understand. If you love mac and cheese, you need to keep watching because today we are making this lady's vegan mac and cheese that is out of this world. Hey everybody, I'm John.
And I'm Katie, and welcome to Pizza with Plants. So today we are making a tried and true special recipe, mac and cheese, because we don't always make pizza. Like, you probably think that's all we eat, and we eat a lot of it, but it's not all we eat.
Yes.
And mac and cheese has long since been a favorite comfort food, but we're doing a couple twist up tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Do you want me to go through what's in it, or do you want to talk about
Well,
cocktails?
I guess, what are we drinking here? It's Friday night, by the way.
Yes.
So we figured if we're going to be making dinner for ourselves and you guys,
are they coming over?
Yes, you guys can be here in about 10 minutes. That'd be great. It only makes sense that we have a cocktail before dinner.
That's right.
So what did the bartender here in the house make you?
Dirty martini.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And the bartender made himself a Boulevardier, which is a classic cocktail that's kind of an offshoot of a Negroni, but with bourbon. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
In little baby cups, I'm just going to add.
These are actually called Nick and Nora's. Okay, so tell us about the ingredients.
Okay, so this recipe is super simple. You can use your choice of plant-based milk. We are, for the first time, using the block since we did a recipe with the Block Daiya.
It melted really well.
It melted well. It didn't have the coating. It just was a better experience. So I've always used Daiya cheddar, but we're going to mix it up and add some smoked gouda. And then we're adding seasoned breadcrumbs. We have our salt and pepper. We have our Cavatappi. You can use whatever noodles you like, but I love these in mac and cheese because they're kind of curly and they're interesting to bite. And anyway, they're my favorite mac and cheese noodle.
It's like fancy mac and cheese.
It's fancy mac and cheese for sure. And then traditionally we have used not tapioca. That's tapioca. Cornstarch, but we happen to be out for some reason. Because we use it for tofu, but that's a separate thing. So to coat it before we air fry it, and it's great, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, so we have tapioca flour, so we're gonna use that today. And I Googled it, it melts well and is a good binder and chewy creaminess at lower temperatures is what I read. So we're gonna see how that goes. So yeah, let's get making some mac and cheese. And we're gonna serve it, sorry, you'll see this when we get there, but we have some broccolini that we're gonna grill on our stove griddle pan, so we're not having just mac and cheese. You gotta balance it with a leafy green, that's the rule. So,
and we can promise that these will be empty by the time we see you again. Cheers.
There you go.
Let's make some mac and cheese.
All right, cheers again.
The first step is to shred our cheese. We have our Daiya block cheddar and our Daiya smoked gouda. John wants to cut the cheese, but I prefer to shred it. We've got our water up to a rolling boil. We've added some salt, and we're going to cook our pasta to al dente. To get started with our cheese mixture, we're going to add 2 cups of our milk to a hot pan. Then we're going to mix the remaining milk with tapioca flour or cornstarch, whichever you choose to use. Get it mixed up nicely and add that to our warm milk mixture in the hot pan. We'll stir to combine and then add our salt and a generous helping of pepper. Then we're ready for our shredded cheese, starting with our cheddar and then the gouda. And then we're just going to stir it and let that cook down until we have a thick and creamy sauce ready to pour over our cooked pasta. We're pouring our cooked pasta into a shallow dish with lots of surface space so when it bakes, there are lots of crispy edges. Those are the best. Our sauce has come together nicely and is ready to be poured over our cooked pasta. We're going to stir the sauce with the pasta to make sure that there's no noodle left uncovered or slathered in the sauce, and then we're going to pop it in the oven. While our mac and cheese is baking in the oven, we're going to toast our seasoned breadcrumbs. We'll start with a hot pan with a little bit of oil and pour in our seasoned breadcrumbs. We're going to let those toast till they're nice and golden brown, and then they'll be ready to top on our mac and cheese. So our mac and cheese has been in the oven for about 30 minutes, and it's starting to bubble, and it's ready for the breadcrumb topping. We're going to let it go another 5 to 10 minutes or so everything's really nice and hot and gooey all the way through.
This looks really yummy.
It does.
Katie did a good job. I think it's really the breadcrumbs that set it off.
They're very seasoned.
Yes.
They're very seasoned, and then we did
Yes.
our broccoli rabe, or broccolini,
Broccolini.
whatever. I call it the same thing. Anyway, it's not the same thing, but
Yep.
that's what I call it.
That's what I'm going to have first.
With
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
A little olive oil and Montreal steak seasoning is all that's on it.
So good.
But that's not what the recipe's about. I'm going to try
Mac and
the mac
cheese.
and cheese. It's like creamy underneath and crispy kind of on top.
Yeah, that looks so good.
It's good. I like the mixture of the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Having the two cheeses. We used not the full blocks, both blocks, but
Probably about
quite-
3/4, 2/3.
2/3 of both.
Yeah.
Because the normal recipe called for 8 ounces, and each block is 7 ounces. So
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is really, really good.
good comfort food.
Yeah,
All right.
I think we're going to keep you around a little bit longer.
Oh, okay, good,
So
good.
it's tasty.
Yeah.
So, see, we do eat more than pizza. So, if you've liked us doing something different than pizza, let us know. I mean, we'll definitely do more of these if you want us to.
We cook other things, we promise.
Yes, and we can absolutely make other things that we make on a weekly basis if you'd like to see them. So just let us know in the comments.
Yep.
So thanks
Thank
for
you.
watching.
Be kind
Eat pizza.
with plants. Sorry, I was more focused on this.
I know you want to eat your mac and cheese.
Before it's cold.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, you turn off the cameras. I'm going to eat.
All right.
So good.